California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, it don't matter at all where you played before. California's a brand new game.
Cool, now okay, great. There you go. See how we... All right, welcome to the beautiful show / podcast. We have the Past Swans. Is that the name of your band?
That should have been the name of our band.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Past Swans.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, sorry, it's the Futurebirds. Sorry,
Futurebirds.
it's the Futurebirds.
Futurebirds.
Anyways, so thank you for coming down here. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you for having us.
We're stoked to be here.
Yeah, I know you're talking from that place like this. So here you're in LA, so it's like this. Yeah.
That's true. Our accents are real.
We do stick out like a sore thumb here. You're correct.
So before we get going, they're called the Futurebirds. Ladies and gentlemen watching, before we get started, we want to play a clip so people can connect with your style of music.
Cool.
On the last Jam in the Van you did. So let's check it out.
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
What happened to those poor
What's it like when you
bastards?
actually watch yourselves? Is it weird?
It's
I'm just like sitting here judging the whole performance.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what did we do good there? What
Yeah.
did we do bad there?
I want to tell us to make better choices in life.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we look better now, honestly. We look more healthy now, maybe.
Okay, listen to you guys. You're cool. Cool. So that's the vibe, guys. That's the vibe. We're talking with little Crosby, Stills, Nash,
Yeah,
little
sure.
Allman Brothers, little
Sure.
Black Crows.
definitely. Yeah.
So you're from Georgia. You have kind of a southern background. So tell us about your influences. You guys are all in your 30s.
That's right.
30s.
Yeah, mid-30s now.
Yeah, and
really,
you
if
started
we're
a
being
band how long ago?
honest. 2009 is when we started this band. So,
Okay, so
yeah.
that's about 15 years ago.
Somewhere
or
around
somewhere
there.
around there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
tell us about your influences. Like as a kid, like my influence growing up was like Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
Sure,
Okay.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I love those type of people. So as a young kid growing up in Georgia, kids growing up, who did you look up to? So.
You know, it was. I mean, I guess it's kind of standard. To begin with Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead, that kind of thing. Classic rock stuff, country, even. But I mean,
Yeah,
for
I think
me, that was the case.
I've always been a big fan of Neil Young and a lot of stuff that he does. Obviously, you want to like have your influences, but not be derivative at the same time. And
What's
try
that
to-
word? Do you have a lisp or some shit?
Maybe.
You said derivative.
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 I think I just slur my speech a little
You
bit.
said derivative.
I think it was derivative.
Derivative.
We're sitting down with one of our childhood heroes. We're
Yeah,
really
here we
nervous.
are.
Thank you.
Here we
Thank
are.
you. This isn't about me. This is about you guys.
Yeah.
So Chinese,
yes,
listen,
yes.
Chinese. So Neil Young, go on.
Yeah, so Neil was a big influence of mine, and but also like more modern stuff, Radiohead and Wilco, stuff that we listen to. I think a lot of like the way that both those bands use a bunch of different instrumentation and
Well, you
stack.
said instrumentations.
Yeah,
Instrumentations.
exactly, and
Hey,
so
y'all made us cocktails first before this part, all right?
I'm getting made fun of Pauly Shore right here on the podcast. Wow.
So
Yeah, it's
Neil
great.
Young, and then
I had a really heady older sister who was like in the jam band scene, so she turned me on to like Grateful Dead in a big way and Fish and Widespread Panic and stuff. But she was the one who was like, running away from home to go see the Dead at the Omni and stuff.
yeah, and then when I talked to you guys off camera when we were out over there was like 16 of you guys.
There are lots of us.
There's a lot of fucking heads.
Yeah.
That's a lot to feed.
7 on stage these days. So
7 on stage.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our most recent addition is a keyboard player. So 7 on stage and 9 in the van.
Yeah.
This is the biggest crew we've rolled with.
Have you ever seen that show Bang Bros? Have you ever on that show?
Bang Bros.
We're doing that after.
we've tried out.
So that's a lot. I mean, the business model that's not looking too good.
No, but yeah,
I mean, it's probably a sensitive subject.
We never said we were smart dudes. You know.
No, but for real, because as a comic, I'm one guy. I just pay
Right.
myself.
Right, yeah.
So you got 7 mouths to feed, and then you got, I mean, a lot of people don't know when you go on tour, you guys have to pick up your expenses. You have to pick up your van, your trucks,
Sure.
your tour buses. You got to do all you guys. You got to the gear. You
You're
got to
picking-
sometimes you have to pay for the venue.
Yeah,
You guys just played Red Rocks.
We did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big fucking show.
Huge.
It was amazing.
Sick.
It wasn't our show. We were just opening, to be fair, but it was
shit!
still.
I'm gonna get out of here. I thought you guys were,
Yeah, I'm
I thought
sorry.
You guys,
Sorry.
they told me you
It was
guys were the
fun, though.
headliners.
He
It was
said your
fun.
headline.
I didn't want to be with fucking openers.
Pathetic.
What's going on?
Pathetic.
Bo? That's all we can do. Okay, that's cool. You're cool. You got to start somewhere. So you're at Red Rocks.
Yep.
It's a big venue.
It was. It was.
crazy.
It was great. It was crazy. It's the biggest stage that we've been on to date. But we had a good time, and we'll be back for sure.
Yeah. So what are you doing, dude?
I'm trying to get this thing to stay up.
No one's gonna be paying attention to you anyways. Actually, just keep moving.
Wow,
No, I'm
they're
just kidding.
editing all your parts out. We
That
told
mic
you.
stand some-
Well, sorry about that. We got that
No,
off
it's all
at
good.
the Office Depot.
I can just unscrew it and hold it. Yeah.
Sorry, that's Wolf. You guys at home, speak amongst yourselves as we're organizing the.
finger.
Yeah, maybe just hold on to it. Maybe we should do an acapella Crosby, Stills, Nash really quick. 2, 3, 4. Speak amongst yourself. 1 sec. Here we go. And drum
Bam,
roll, please.
we're back.
Let's just because we got to get this energy out of the room.
Yeah.
So let's go Crosby,
Now I
Stills,
can sit
Nash.
here comfortably in
2,
silence.
3, 4.
Ah.
Come on. 2, 3, 4.
All the gold
There you go.
in California is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, it don't matter at all where you played before. California's a brand new game.
Okay, great. There you go. See, we created that. So you guys play.
My favorite CSN song.
Yes.
You guys play these bigger venues, but you also play frat houses.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Recently,
tell us
we've
about
been
that
playing
whole thing.
we've been playing a lot more frats recently. But since we released Teamwork, I think is about when we started kind of the frat scene kind of picked up a little more.
Well,
but
yeah, to be fair, we started this band in Athens, Georgia, so we were all in college when we started the band, so we were playing lots of frat parties back then.
Back then we
so
were.
It's
Yep.
been a through
He
line,
seems
but
like the brains of the operation.
Yeah, he's the
that's-
brains.
That's
for
why
sure.
we're fucked.
Yeah. Right. No, so you started in Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, we started in
So you-
Athens, it was college town. So
Yeah.
we've kind of had that. But then, our fans got older with us. But in the last couple of years, we've had this wave of young kids like coming to the table.
How do you
too.
think that happened?
I have no idea. I think I blame him. He's our Instagram guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
I
great
don't-
with social media and all that
I
stuff.
don't know. I blame these guys for writing better songs, honestly. So I don't know.
So Athens, Georgia, everyone knows that's the home of R.E.M.
Yeah,
That's right.
Indeed.
So tell us about R.E.M. I used to see Michael Stipes at the Beverly Hot Springs, which was a Korean bathhouse on Beverly back in the day.
Is it still there?
It's still there, yeah. It's dope if you guys like Korea bathhouses. But to me, Michael Stipes and that R.E.M. one of the best.
Yeah.
Can you
Yes.
tell us about R.E.M. and your thought? Because they
Definitely.
came from Athens, Georgia, and they came from that scene, and they're the most beautiful, beautiful guys I've ever. I mean, every time you hear a fucking R.E.M. song, right?
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no,
mean
yeah,
they're
we're big
they're
fans.
great. They're great dudes, and they've all actually, and we all, as we were young people trying to, have side hustles or whatever in the music industry, we all worked for R.E.M. at times. They put us all to work lugging gear and stacking gear or getting them ready to go on tour, this or
Wow.
that or the other, and music speaks for itself. Amazing
Yeah.
music, and,
Yeah.
and like we see those, they still hang out in Athens. Some
Wow.
Mike Mills especially, but. They just put Athens on the map in a way that we were able to benefit from, 20 years after they did that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
It speaks volumes that like even they got so globally huge, but they're still employing the young, shitheads who are trying to make music and making it so we can pay rent.
To me, they're one of those bands like a Motley Crue or like a Guns N' Roses that if they went on tour right now, they'd be selling out stadiums.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
So what the fuck isn't going? Why aren't they on tour? What's going
They
on?
they don't have to be.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with having to be. A lot of these bands don't have to be. I mean, you do it for the fans.
I think if
True.
you look
That's true.
back, even in the '90s when they were having their most commercial success, they took 3-year breaks from touring. Even then, I think they were just guys that were never. And I haven't talked to them about this obviously, but I just feel like they're just as comfortable and motivated creating in the studio or doing that as they are going out and playing it live.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's I respect that. And also it's like there's completely two different beasts: creating music, writing in a studio, and performing live. It's like performance art. It's not really.
So, do you ever talk to Michael Stipe?
No, I never talked to Michael Stipe.
Yeah.
No, not
Well,
personally.
Mike, if you're out there listening, please tour the world. People love you so much. They miss you so much. It's Pauly from the Beverly Hot Springs. We used to see each other naked back in the day. But fucking R.E.M. Mwah, give it up. Mwah, like this. R.E.M.
Mwah.
Mwah. We love R.E.M. So let's talk about your merch game. That's a big thing for you guys. You guys are very connected with your fans with your merch.
Yes. We design, Carter does for the most part, design most of our merch.
I told you he was the business guy.
Oh, yeah, he's the business guy. He's much more than that, too. But, it's something that we, take a lot of pride in and work really hard on. And, we wear our own merch a lot. Thomas is wearing the new Howler hat that we've got that we collaborated with our friends Howler Brothers. And
Shout out to Howler Brothers.
Shout out to Howler Brothers.
Austin,
And
Texas.
yeah, we design it all, and it's a way for bands these days to really kind of like, break. It's easy to break even with the merch. It's
And then-
about the only way to break even.
And then when
with
you
merch.
do merch, how much is it per shirt? I know the design's probably about $500 to create a design, and then the actual shirt is about $7-8 a shirt. Or do you guys go to like 9 or 10 with really good quality
It's-
shirts?
We're usually hitting the 9 or 10 mark. We
Yeah.
we want a
Really
good quality
soft,
shirt that'll
yeah.
last. We're
Yeah,
not
many
just
years
like-
we would budget it out a little bit for many years, but after time as time went on, we wanted to
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
up the quality a little
People
bit.
value that. They value a good
Incorporate
piece
more
of-
colors. Every
And plus,
color.
you want the babes to sleep in your soft, sweet shirts.
Of course, we
Right?
want everyone to sleep in our soft.
Yeah, maybe you should have the guy shirts be crusty and like cheap.
Yeah, like
And then the
BFT,
older
you know?
the babes get the soft ones so they can sleep, and then they can kind of go down to their vagina area and it gets a little moist, and then you can wheeze them, bro. No, it's just kidding. We'll talk about that. No, so you got.
No, this wasn't about you.
So if you're spending $9-10 on a shirt and you're buying say 500 shirts, how many do you buy in a buckload?
It's usually you feel like you get breaks at like different random spots.
Yeah, well, what's
like,
the random spots?
like around 500 or
about
250 or 500 or
288,
125.
and
Yeah, it's about in those.
And then the
intervals.
company that you order the shirts from, you send them an email. You like either, and then they always ask you how many XLs, how many larges,
Size
and then you go, yo,
breakdown.
dude, it's the South, bro. Give me some triple XL.
definitely.
Right? And then you're like, fuck, that's gonna cost $15 a shirt.
When we know we're
Yes,
touring the southeast,
exactly.
we definitely skew
Yeah.
a little larger in the sizes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to do that, right? Because people in the South are what? Chubby, bro.
Chubby
They
bro.
they got bellies, you know what I mean? Give me a motherfucking big shirt with some bullshit meaty. I ain't fucking meaty. I'll put that shit around my
All
dick,
the-
boy.
All the
well-
young
they're
kids,
well
though,
fed,
we'll
okay?
we'll have 4'6" girls ordering triple XL shirts.
That's true, too.
but
And
Yeah,
then do you have like
it's style.
specific shirts for females versus
We've
males?
done
or
a
is it
ladies
like-
cut before, but
Yeah.
we've only done like one lady cut.
Got
Like
it,
this
yeah.
kind of
One good one.
It's
Yeah.
one good one, but maybe we'll incorporate something like
It's
that.
tough. It's tough because a lot of girls, you're like, yo, this is it. Yo, you want the fucking shirt, bitch? This is it. It's a guy shirt. It's a girl shirt,
Yeah.
right? If you want to fuck with it, cut it up.
Right, girls. They
Cut
a
it
lot
up
of
and
yeah,
make
they
it
usually
look
model
Yeah, I
out
do like to do
Choose
that.
your own adventure.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Exactly. Yeah.
So you do that. So you do about 250 to 500 a box, and then you send it, and you have your merch people send it to the venue. And do you have a merch guy waiting for it?
We have our own merch dude who's also our tour manager, and no, we get it all sent to us. We have a huge trailer that's packed with mostly merch.
Copy.
In fact, the merch protected us a few nights ago from getting all our gear stolen. Someone broke into our trailer, and they were
overwhelmed. we
Overwhelmed
think.
by all the boxes of merch. So
Nothing was gone except for a couple bags of like
Yeah.
dirty clothes. So I mean,
And then you sell it sometimes on your website too.
yeah,
yeah.
we do. Ideally.
And then what do you
all
have?
the time.
Fanny packs. You have trucker hats, and then you have T-shirts.
T-shirts.
And do you have koozies? When they try to sell me,
yeah,
really
sure.
koozies?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we got koozies.
Yeah.
Yeah, people love the koozies.
And
Plenty
what
of
did the
stickers.
koozies say? They go in the past wolves or what?
Yeah. Past ones.
No, past ones. No, it's
Yeah.
the
We have,
Futurebirds.
we have
Oh,
one
Futurebirds,
koozie that
actually.
says your local IPA sucks.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you guys if you want the Futurebirds merch, go to where?
A show.
Go to a show or go to their website and check it out.
Futurebirdsmusic.com.
Yeah, they're big.
Futurebirdsmusic.com.
Yeah, they're big on the merch game. So, so you got that. So let's talk about the new album. And first of all, how many albums have you guys done? You've been in the game 15 years.
You're the best at counting.
We have 4 official albums, but then we have 2 EPs that were split. We have 2 sets of EPs that were split into 2 sections that then became full albums. So we can call it 6 kind of.
6 albums
Yeah.
about in the 15 years. That's
Yeah.
great. That's like the Beatles. The Beatles.
It's
Like,
a lot like
well, no, the
Beatles.
The
Beatles
Beatles put out like 15 and 6. They had
But
they had it the other way around.
Okay, yeah, they did like. When they do like, yeah, they did like 10 albums in
They were only
in
a
a
band
decade.
for 6
4 or
years,
5 years.
Isn't
7
that
years.
fucking insane?
It's ridiculous.
wild.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
How wild is that shit?
Absurd.
It's super wild. Yeah.
They only toured for like 4 or 5 years.
It's crazy.
absurd.
They did all these albums within a 1 decade.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking genius.
Yeah.
So you got that. Oh, I got a burp. One sec. Sorry. I think I just.
That was bubbly, man.
So tell us about the new album. So you've done about 6 albums, broken it up, and now you have a new album, and this is the new album.
That's the latest full length, but the 2 most recent, I guess, albums are both EPs called Bloomin' and Bloomin' 2. And we will press Bloomin' and Bloomin' 2 to one vinyl, and it'll kind of act as one record. So I guess Bloomin' and Bloomin' 2 are our most recent EPs that we've
He's about
done.
to throw that at you, dude. He's pissed off.
Yeah.
He's pissed off you gave him the wrong record, and he's about to throw it at your head.
So this
It
is
wasn't
cool.
me.
So it's all coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I know we started off with cassettes. You go to CD or no albums,
Yeah.
cassettes, CDs. And then you go into all the downloads and all that shit. And now we're going back to the original. We go
Yeah.
back to albums.
That's
People
right.
want to hear albums.
Definitely.
But pretty soon, also, when you record albums, it's always good to remember the reel to reel back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
When they used to record, it sounded so much better.
It does. And
It sounded so much
We,
better.
we recorded almost all our albums to
Tape.
reel to reel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as far as Futurebirds, how did you come up with that name, and why is it called Futurebirds? Back to the fucking the guy with the
Yeah, the brains.
Carter King.
Yeah.
Leave it to this dumbass.
Yeah.
Go on.
Tell him. Tell 'em.
So got that name in a poultry evaluation class that I was taking at the University of Georgia.
We're from the South, remember?
Poultry is chicken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Poultry is chicken. An evaluation. So was it
Evaluation.
was it an Asian fucking
So-
dirty chicken
so you-
fucking thing? What's up?
Choose your own adventure. But we'd go out to the farm, and you'd learn how to grade chickens, different breeds of chickens, how to know a grade A egg from a grade B egg, shit like that. But really, it was just an easy A, and you got to go out to the farm and play with chickens.
So it's-
Georgia's the #1 poultry state in the country. So I feel like you need to know something about chickens if you're from Georgia.
It's true. We love our
But
chicken in Georgia.
The professor in that class, who fucking loved chickens, told us this story one day about how the Roman armies, their oracles, would use chickens to foretell the future. How they ate and stuff, which was kind of hilarious because chickens are really dumb. So it's like
Yeah.
and hungry
it's
all
like
the time.
yeah, always.
But you just mentioned the chicken part. But if you notice, the name of your band is the Futurebirds.
Yeah.
So we got the birds part. Where did the fucking future come in?
Because they were using chickens to foretell.
They were
the future.
clairvoyant
They were
birds.
They were like they were,
Predict the future with the bird.
They're using dumb
Futurebirds.
birds to foretell these lofty outcomes of man and stuff. And I
Right.
thought that was really funny because it's hilarious. They're chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. I'm not. It's Futurebirds, and it's called Teamwork.
Man, you got to name your band something,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
exactly.
Futurebirds. It was like it was you couldn't really didn't really make you think of anything specific. So I think it worked for us.
I think you guys were just smoking weed and or doing some weird shit, and you said, let's fucking call it Futurebirds or something.
We did not do
There
that.
is
That's probably the better
there is
answer.
no chance that
We were not watching one of your movies
so-
in the 90s and doing that.
So the way the band came up with Futurebirds is the chickens are stupid, but they're looking into the future, and you never know what's going to be into the future.
Yeah, and that's just like us.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So they're dumb birds looking into the future.
Exactly.
Sounds good. All right.
Eating
So
fried
let's move
chicken.
on. Let's move on to let's get off topic regarding your band, and let's talk about what's going on in the world. So the world is turned into a fucking crazy place. There's been a lot of changing from before the internet. Now it's the internet, and everyone's got empowered with their thing, and everyone's like going like this. I mean, you got Kanye West going over here. You got the Pelosi with the fucking hammer in the head over there. You got Trump's threatening to run. I mean, what do you guys think? If you watch the news, you got CNN is way to the left. You got Fox way to the right. I know you guys live in a red state, but it might not be red because you got Herschel Abortion Walker. He's there too right now, right? You know what's fucking funny is every time they talk about these Republicans or anyone that does bad shit, no one cares.
Oh yeah.
Well, they all band together and defend. Where it's like, I feel like Democrats, because they are being honest or whatever you want to call it. They're calling each other out for their bullshit. But Republicans, when something happens, instead of calling each other out, they're just like, no, that didn't happen. He didn't say that. It's like,
right.
And then everyone's like, yep. See, he didn't say it.
So let's talk about Kanye West. I've never met the guy before. I think it's kind of an act. That's my whole. I think he's kind of playing everyone in a way. But I'm not saying he's not crazy and he's not acting crazy and doing shit. I think it's a combination.
Yeah.
He doesn't. It's not like he doesn't not know what he's doing, right?
I would buy that. We read that headline earlier when we were sitting outside hanging out. I was like, I feel like the headlines these days are like, were created by like an AI program or something.
What's an AI?
Just artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay, got it.
Just like they're so random. It's just like grabbing words like Kanye West, blah, blah, blah,
right,
just
right.
mixes them all together. And
But what do you think about?
But
what do you think about where he's going? I mean, let's not. I don't want to talk about your politics because you probably don't want to get into that shit. But just the fact that that he's going where he's going. Didn't he have a shirt called White Lives Matter, and then three black dudes bought it?
He can't make, right?
What?
Yeah, he can't make that shirt, which is
That was the headline we were just referring to.
Yeah.
What was it?
What planet are we living on right now where I'm even reading
Yo,
this in the news?
bro, what do you think about that? Come here. You want to talk about it? No? No, he's shy.
But hey, Kanye's name is in the news every single day, so maybe you're right. It's all just whatever. His stock's going up as crazy as it is.
We're talking about Kanye West at Jam in the Van right now.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, it's out there. I mean, it's out there. It's
Right.
what's going on, and the Kardashians. People always say like, you marry a Kardashian, shit, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
I want to. I want to date is Kris Kardashian, the mom. Then I'll probably wind up hanging myself. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so
his dad's pretty cute too.
the what?
I think the dad's pretty cute.
Well, everyone went. Lamar Odom.
Right,
he went
exactly.
off. You got. Everyone's kind of going off. Anyways, so Kanye's being Kanye, and now you got Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he purchased Twitter. So do you think that was a good thing or a bad thing?
Dude, I personally love it because, like we were saying, everything's so fucking insane. It's like, why not just like throw some more chaos in the mix? Keep it entertaining. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you guys into what's going on in the world at all? I mean, or are you guys just not wanting to express because you don't want to say something fucked up?
No, well, I think like Elon Musk is. I don't know. I don't know much about his what his motivations are or what have you, but I think that in some ways it's like let it be a free space and whatever, but at the same time he doesn't seem like the most I guess in tune or aware person, but he would probably argue with that. I don't know. It's
Elon, I know you're a big fan of the Jam in the Van podcast. Can you please send us a tweet since you own Twitter? No, but basically he bought Twitter because he was, I guess, wanting everyone to have a platform because a lot of the liberals kind of have banned all the people that are saying bad things on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Elon Musk is
yeah.
like, yo, that's not cool. Like, I think it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a liberal or a Republican, whatever it is. Like, yo, anyone could say anything on Twitter. And I think that's what he was pissing him off.
Sure. And I think that's like the chaos part. It's like he just like wants it to, you know, and I'm not to say that's the wrong way, but wasn't he also trying to get out of the deal at a certain point? And then the court ordered him to finish the deal, to actually buy it, even though he didn't want to.
Yeah, he
so
was.
It's like he's kind of had one foot in, one foot out at the same time. Also.
Yeah, but he's in now.
I know he's in. I know officially, and he fired a bunch of people as soon as he got there. And and you know,
him and AOC, I think, are going at it right now.
So
see, that's my point. Is this? Here's my point. Okay.
Are they going at it on Twitter though?
Yes.
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 Right. Exactly.
So
of course, yeah.
My point is that I think all this shit is just one big reality show. Because if you think
100%.
about it, okay, I'm 54. Okay, I'm older than you guys. I've been around longer than you guys. I've seen the transformation from every decade to switching. So at first in the 70s and 80s was movies and TV and sitcoms, and then the 90s reality show came, and then it became more reality, and then the phones came, and now everyone's got a reality show, and now the whole world is one big reality show. If you go to Europe, all they care about is what the fuck is wrong with Trump, you know, because he's the ultimate reality show.
Yeah.
And we watch it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We watch it, and I think they all are kind of playing all of us in a way.
Sure, yeah. I think, you know, if anybody wants my opinion, I feel like it's like a
we all want your opinion.
it's just kind of like you don't really know what information is true these days.
Yeah.
It's like it can be like I was just watching something the other day. This person was like, "Don't drink water. I haven't drunk water in 6 days and I feel so good." And it's just like, I don't get that. Or like the raw meat movement that's happening right now. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Like people eating raw testicles because it's apparently better for you than like cooking vegetables and stuff, you know? So, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's just, this goes against everything that we've been taught. But then you're like, what? Can I say that?
He wants to eat raw testicles. He likes
No,
to eat. He's like,
they're
fuck, I
very
didn't know
true.
that
I
about
thought he
him.
said. I thought he was gonna say
Which-
raw versus cooked testicles, not
what?
raw testicles.
No,
or
raw
cooked
testicles
vegetables.
versus cooked vegetables.
Yeah.
You know, but either way, like the Liver King. Shout out to the Liver King. Not that he needs it, but it's like, it's just weird, you know. It's like, but then when you think about it, it's like, well, why do I think vegetables are good for you? Because I've been told that. I don't really know either way. So it's like it could be
Because they
true.
might be sprayed with pesticides.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the pesticide.
Yeah. And then what about Nancy Pelosi? You guys heard about that? I mean, that's pretty fucking gnarly, dude.
Which
Yeah.
part?
I mean, let's get fucking real for a second. She's in Washington. Her husband's in fucking bed. And one of Donald Trump's MAGA guys breaks into a fucking house and hits him in the head with a fucking hammer. That's fucking gnarly, dude.
Honestly,
That's
did
fucking
not.
insane. Yeah.
I mean, that's
heard about
fucking
it the day
crazy.
before.
It's yeah,
That is
pretty
crazy.
But that feels like the whole reality show just coming back on itself, you know?
Yeah.
It's like caving in on itself.
But
a
I
little
mean,
bit.
at what point are the politicians going to be like, "Fuck, I don't want to do this anymore"?
Right. I think that's part of it.
It's just trying to scare
this,
people
yeah.
out. Yeah, scare people out. And then your guy Herschel Walker, who's a football player. He wasn't on your team.
He was. He was
Georgia
one.
Bulldogs.
That's
in the 80s,
correct.
he was a football player.
Yeah,
Heisman.
no, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
wasn't he on Georgia Bulldogs?
Yeah, he was on the Dogs.
He was.
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner.
So he's
80.
yeah,
Won
so
us a
he's
national
he's running for governor
Senate. He's running for the Senate.
senator,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And he might win.
He could.
And then one of the things that the Democrats was talking shit about is that he paid for all these abortions. Yeah.
Allegedly, yeah.
Or allegedly.
He,
I mean-
listen. I don't
It's
believe
getting
in one
hot
way or the
in
other.
here. I'm gonna take
No, I
this
think
off.
it's just there's a commercial running in Georgia right now that's like, look, it's all these people who are like, I love Herschel Walker, the football player, but that doesn't mean I think that he's qualified to be a senator.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there's a lot of that sentiment. I hope so in Georgia, that like, but you know, who knows? I mean, he was fantastic football player, but he's just not very qualified as a politician.
Yeah.
And and
Well, he's using his celebrity. It'd be like me running for fucking something.
It's the Trump model.
Yeah,
it's just the Trump model. It's just like,
Well,
hey,
it's not
like,
just the Trump model. It's the model of all celebrities.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
Ronald Reagan. You got
Yeah, true,
fucking
Reagan.
Sonny Bono. You got
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood. You go down the line. You got Dr. Oz right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all like, "Oh, I'm a celebrity, so I have an
Arnold
audience. So
Schwarzenegger.
I'm gonna,
Jesse the
Arnold,
Body,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say, you know,
Jesse the Bod Ventura.
yeah.
All these
Minnesota
guys,
governor. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and it's working, which is that's the concerning part.
Yeah.
That there's just people who are just like, oh, like I did like that guy in that show. I'll vote for him.
I would win.
It's like,
You don't think if I ran for a mayor or governor of a fucking state, I wouldn't win?
I would vote for you.
I would win. But then once I won, I'd be like, fuck, now what am I going to do?
Like, I don't want to
That'd
do
be the
the
worst job
the rest of
ever.
it. Yeah,
And I'm like, fuck, I got to answer emails, and someone's going to come and break in my apartment, hit me in the head with a hammer.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that shit. I
Absolutely.
just want to be I want a beach. Anyways, okay. Lastly, I always like to end with females. I always want to end with women because at the end of the day, let's be honest. The reason why you got into music is so you can get pussy. So stop fucking around. You guys take it from here. Right, yo, bro, you know what I'm talking about? You got me or what, bro? Come on.
Well,
yeah, he's got
true
it.
that.
I wasn't.
Break it down: marriage versus not marriage, kids versus not kids.
Well, yeah, I'm recently married, and so, I mean, you know, it's a change of pace, and it's great. I feel like my life got immensely easier and better as soon as that happened, and I mean, everything started making more sense to me.
And what's your beautiful wife's name?
Ashley is her beautiful name.
Ashley, what's up, babe?
Hey,
Say what's
Ashley.
up.
Oh, yeah.
We love you, and you guys are gonna have a baby soon.
Yeah, well, our little dude River just turned 1 the other day.
Beautiful.
His name is River, and he'll be on the show one day for sure.
Yo, what's up, River?
River.
I love
Love
you.
you,
And they're in
dude.
Georgia right now.
They are, yeah.
They're in Georgia. They're
that's right.
chilling.
Yes.
Right here. Right here.
I'm not married, but I've been with the same woman for a long time. We also have a son together.
Beautiful.
He's 16 months old, and
What's the
Shelby.
names? You
his
wanna
name is
wait?
Shelby.
Hey, Shelby.
What's up, my dog?
He and River are gonna start a band one day. They're not
Yeah.
gonna have to.
That's
They're gonna do it.
awesome.
They're gonna do
Yeah.
it just for fun, though.
Yeah.
That's great.
After they work the merch table,
Yeah,
they'll
of
have time to
course.
rehearse.
After they pay their dues.
But
of course.
yeah, and
So Shelby.
Yeah,
And
Shelby.
then and that's your girl's name?
that's my son's name.
Oh, what's
my
your
girl's
girl's
name's
name?
Kara.
Kara, want to wave to her because she's cool. She
Hey,
loves you
Kara.
and support you.
Hey,
Hey,
Kara.
babe.
They're paying the bills. They're out here on Jamming a Van with Pauly Shore.
About her providing.
They made it in Hollywood. We're going
It wasn't
to
always
it,
that
babe.
way.
right here.
I got a girlfriend named Colson.
Colson.
Hey,
So,
Colson.
yeah.
Colson.
She's probably
Coulson, actually,
in
is
an
how you
airplane.
pronounce
She's
it.
coming out here right now.
She's flying here?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you fly her on Southwest?
I think she's flying Delta.
Delta.
She's Delta diehard.
Delta's good.
Yeah.
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Let it be a fainted rose from days gone by, And did I hear you say we was a meeting you here today? To take me to the mansion in the sky. And on that note, let's keep it going. We're gonna Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a fainted rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say we wanna meet you there today? Take me to that mansion in the sky. You guys are here with Futurebirds. So before you guys were practicing this one song, and we were gonna end it. We always like to end it with like a little jam, a little sing along. But before, I want to switch it. I want to switch it on you a little bit, and shit, they're coming for us. I want to switch it on you. I want to switch it on for you a little bit, and I want to do the Rolling Stones song that you guys just did. Is it still this guy over here?
Yeah.
Still you over there?
Sure, yeah,
So
yeah.
this can explain what this is right here.
Okay, cool.
Tell
Well,
'em.
we did a Halloween EP, and we wanted to do some spooky Halloween themed rock and roll songs. And "Sympathy of the Devil" was an obvious choice for us because you know we're a rock and roll band and we love the Rolling Stones. So
One of the best.
So that's just basically how that one came about.
And so, if people at home, this is "Sympathy for the Devil," and if they want to sing along, they can what?
Y'all can sing along too. In
Yeah,
fact,
'cause
we would
they're our
love you
friends.
to. We would
Yeah, so
encourage
this
it,
is "Sympathy
okay?
for the
Let's
Devil."
hear it.
Check them out on tour, you guys, soon. They got the new album. It's called Teamwork, and we're here at the Jam in the Van Studios. And thank you guys for being here.
That's right. Thanks for having us,
Here we
y'all.
go. 2, 3, 4.
Please allow me introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long years. Stole many man's soul and faith. And I was around when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and taste.
Everybody at home, come on, you know this.
Made damn sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his fate.
Here we go. Yeah.
Pleased to meet you. Won't you test my name?
We love you guys.
Love you so much. But what's puzzling you?
What's the
is
first
just
and two?
Nature of my game.
Nature of my motherfucking game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I stuck around St. Petersburg
When I thought it was time for a change. We'll see you guys next time.
Kill the Tsar.
Bye.
Bye.
Throw out your Twitter and your Facebook and your Instagram.
Hey, yeah, we're Futurebirds. Instagram is Futurebirds. Futurebirdsmusic.com is our website. And Futurebirds, yeah. Y'all come on out. We love you very much. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for watching the PMS Podcast Show.
We're releasing new episodes on the official PMS Podcast YouTube channel,
So make sure to follow the link, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
so you don't miss out.